action. Okay. Let's go. All right, let's get it. All right. So boom, imagine you're a teenager in 1936. You've had a long day of hate in your life. You're in the middle of the Great Depression. School is trash, your friends are mid, and your parents just don't get it. But you've got this cool new plant everybody's whispering about. They're saying it's gonna mellow you out, take away the stress, make food taste better, music sound deeper, and just take all your little non-existent teenage problems away. So you're in your room, the lights are low, and you're just about to vibe out. You crack the window, you stick your head out halfway like you're about to deliver a Disney solo, and you light up a baby teeny tiny joint, just one puff. Then bam! Your mom busts in the room like, no, not the reefer. It's gonna make you murder someone. And you just sitting there like, damn, ma, it's just a plant. But back then, that was a real fear. America thought weed turned sweet little teenagers into crazed maniacs with jazz hands and blood on their clothes. And it wasn't just gossip. It came straight from a movie that had the whole country shook back then. What's up, potties? It's the dopest soul you'll ever meet. And welcome to High History, where we talk about real people getting real high back in the day. Today, we're lighting up the truth about the most dramatic, fear-mongering, and flat-out ridiculous propaganda film that was ever made. Reefer Madness, the movie that had your great-grandparents thinking one puff would turn you into a danger to society. Roll the clip!
Type of nigga that get sassy on the bitch. VVS, clarity, stone, Prezi on the bitch. And I'm feeling like the hand of God. Bless me in this bitch. Put respect up on my name, ho. I'm heavy in this bitch. I just want 7 Grammys.
The year is 1936. America is still reeling from the Great Depression. People are broke, bored, and desperate for something to blame. And suddenly, fingers point at this foreign drug called marijuana. So weed was already used casually in communities across the Southwest by Mexican immigrants, black jazz artists, and even pharmacies. But fear travels faster than facts. So church pulpits started preaching that cannabis led to sin and sex. I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube. Can I say sex? Sex? I don't know. So parents were warned that cannabis will make their children go bad. Well, children are already bad, so I'm not gonna even say go bad, cause kids bad today and they don't got nothing to do with weed. They just bad. So I mean, not just bad, but mad too. Like just out the blue, just like crazy. And the newspapers, it didn't make it no better. So they flat out caused moral panic. They would have headlines like marijuana, the assassins of youth. So weed kind of became less of a plant and more like the boogeyman. And that set the stage for Reefer Madness. So Reefer Madness opens like a school assembly hosted by Satan. So there's a principal, a judge, pastor. I don't know. Honestly, they all blend together. But they're warning parents about the devastating effects of cannabis. Then we meet some good old American kids that end up smoking a joint. And from there, chaos begins. So one guy goes insane and kills someone. One girl jumped out a goddamn window. Another guy plays jazz way too intensively. There's sex, hallucinations, murder, courthouse drama, all from just one little puff of weed. And the wildest part, it wasn't even supposed to be funny. Like, it wasn't a comedy at all. It was rated R for horror. It was meant to scare you. And it worked. So the original film was called Tell Your Children. And it was funded by a church group. So they wanted to make a morality film. One of those dramatic public service movies shown at school assemblies and church youth nights. But once it hit the streets, a shady film promoter by the name of Derwin Espar saw potential in it. Not to educate, but to exploit. He bought the rights to it, gave it a new title, Reefer Madness, and turned it into a grindhouse shock film. So he made posters with wild taglines, like "The real public enemy #1," and "Women cry for it, men die for it." So the more ridiculous it was, the more it sold. So the church wanted fear, the studio wanted scandal, and the people, they ate that shit up. So once it dropped, Reefer Madness hit schools, churches, and community centers. And it hit it faster than it would have hit you if your mama caught you smoking weed in her house. It was played in high schools across the country, often by PTA groups or civic clubs trying to keep the kids clean. Teachers warned, one puff of marijuana could turn your child into a murderer. And of course, science didn't back that up, but emotion did. The film wasn't about education. It was about fear. Fear of youth, fear of change, fear of freedom. And weed was just a scapegoat. Decades later, something funny happened. Reefer Madness got rediscovered, not as a warning, but as a joke. By the 1970s, stoners and college students were watching it just to be high and giggly and laughing while you're watching it. It was something to laugh at. Smoke a blunt and watch Reefer Madness. So they'll spark one up and they'll laugh their asses off of the horrible acting and the over-the-top deaths. So the movie became iconic for all the wrong reasons. Overacting, piano solos of doom, and people screaming just off one puff. It even got turned into a musical in the 2000s with songs like "Listen to Jesus, Jimmy." The same film that tried to kill weed became a stoner classic. But just because it's funny now, it doesn't mean it didn't hurt people. Reefer Madness helped fuel real laws and real punishments. Mass incarcerations for minor weed charges, billions spent on the war on drugs, all rooted with the same idea. Weed equals madness. And that lie cost lives. Don't get it twisted. The same fear-mongering energy still lives today. Anytime somebody says weed destroys your brain without receipts, Reefer Madness energy. Anytime politicians block legalization, even though alcohol is illegal and deadly, Reefer Madness energy. And that's why we're here. Hi, how you guys? What's up? Hi. Reefer Madness was a trip, literally and figuratively. It tried to scare the world straight, but ended up becoming comedy gold. And now, it's a perfect time capsule of what fear, ignorance, and a little bad acting can do. So if anyone ever tries to say to you, "We will make you lose your mind," you just say to them, "Bitch, you sound like Reefer Madness." So make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button and that post notification bell. Tell a friend the truth about history's most dramatic weed film. And drop a comment if you ever seen Reefer Madness. Tell me what you think about it. Next time on High History, we're rolling one up for the most iconic weed smokers that we have in the smoker community. From Bob Marley, Willie Nelson, Snoop Dogg, we're talking stoner legends. The people who just didn't smoke weed, but made it a lifestyle, a movement, and a legacy. Until then, you already know. Make sure you smoke the gas and pass it. Dope Soul out. What's up, potties? It's the dopest soul you'll ever meet, and welcome back to Conversations, and that is not what I'm doing no more. God damn. Today we're lighting... Shit. Today we're gonna... goddamn! The movie that thought... The movie that had your great-grandma thinking... The movie that had your great-grandparents thinking one puff would make you a danger to... The movie that... God damn! So Reefer Madness opens like a school assembly. God damn it. He made posters with wild taglines. He made... God damn, what the hell? Okay, let me breathe. Jesus Christ. That one took forever.